Have you had to deliver workshops online and you don't know where to start? My name is Mihaela Gruja and I'm the founder and director of Research Retold. At Research Retold, one of our main offerings is delivering research communication workshops, and normally these take place face-to-face with lots of interactivity and opportunities for people to engage with each other. But obviously, extraordinary times require extraordinary adaptations, and we've had to completely transform the way in which we deliver our workshops and adapt our content and our format for online delivery. One of the platforms that I enjoy using is Zoom. In this video, I want to share with you my tried and tested approach and tips that I use to deliver successful interactive online workshops using Zoom. I'm going to share the things I do before the workshop and how I set up the settings in Zoom. I'm going to share some tips and tricks for during the workshop. Finally, I'll be telling you what to do after you deliver your workshop. Stay tuned until the end. Before the workshop, one of the most important things you can do on Zoom is to set up a registration page. Now, I'm going to put a little tutorial in a second, but the important thing about this is you can set up specific questions for your participants to answer before your session. Why is this important? Because if people have spent 1 or 2 minutes of their time before the session answering some questions, they are much more invested and much more likely to actually attend. Because believe it or not, people will still flake on you even though the workshop is delivered from the comfort of their own home. They'll still on the day say something has come up. There are also key features of Zoom that you have to enable before the workshop. The first one is the polling feature. Polling is pretty straightforward. You can set up polls for people and they're very easy to use. It allows for a bit of interactivity. You can also start with a very soft icebreaker at the beginning just to break the ice a little bit and get people comfortable with the platform. The second one is the waiting room, which just simply allows people to access the workshop a few minutes before the host. This helps you a lot with starting straight on time. Finally, breakout rooms. Now, breakout rooms are great because you can randomly allocate your participants in different groups and you can ask them questions and get them to interact amongst each other, which is as close as you can get to that face-to-face interaction that you would have offline. Zoom account, go to account management, account settings, and then scroll down until you find polling, turn it on. Scroll down until you find breakout room. Turn that on and you're good to go. Once you have the polling feature enabled, you should be able in your test meeting here to add a poll at the bottom. So click add, enter a name for your poll. You can make it anonymous or not for your users, and then type the first question, put your answers in. You can add as many questions as you want and click save. At the bottom of your meeting window, you should see your poll. If you click on it, you'll see your questions and the answers. So this is what you want to do. Let's schedule a meeting. Name your meeting, add a little description. If you scroll down, there's registration. Click that. If you scroll at the bottom of your page, save it. Now, this would have generated a registration link. So scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll see your registration tab. Now you can edit this by clicking on the right hand side, edit, and this is where you can change some of the settings and add some custom questions. So here's you can ask your questions, why are you attending the workshop, single answer, short answer, create that one, and then add another question such as what's one question you would like answered. Save that. So you've got it all saved. Now at the registration link, if you click it, you'll see your panel and the questions that your participants need to answer. You can also make your registration page on brand look a little bit more friendly. So if you scroll down, you've got the branding, tag for banner and for logo. These are the dimensions which are important to keep in mind. So we're going to create a banner in Canva. You go to canva.com and on the right hand side you'll see create a design, custom dimensions, input in the dimensions of the banner and click create design. In here, you can just let your imagination run wild, just click a bunch of templates, add some text, just have fun with it, and you can then go ahead and save it. Once you've saved it, go ahead and upload it in your Zoom account, and voila! If you click on the registration link right there, look how much prettier that looks. So I hope this helps. Simply go in your meeting and scroll down to enable your waiting room. You'll see a feature at the bottom, make sure that's ticked, and you're good to go. There are a few things you can do to, again, ensure that your workshop is interactive and engaging. Some of the most popular and easy to use interactive elements are gifs. You can simply add gifs to your slides to make sure that people are engaged as they're listening to your content. You don't want to be talking for a long period of time without any visual aid. Polls, as I mentioned, these are a great way to set up questions for your audience. Using the breakout room and having exercises for people, whether that's prompting them with some questions or giving them some themes to think about and to reflect on. Finally, remember to give people a break. For a 3-hour workshop, I aim to give a break of about 10 minutes every 40 minutes. This is great because it allows people to take a moment and come back with refreshed and renewed energy. Make sure that you keep time well. There's nothing more frustrating than workshops that run over time, so make sure that you manage those conversations and open discussions well and that you stick to the time. At the end of your workshop, don't forget to send people a feedback form. Now, I like to use Google Forms, but remember to check it beforehand. I made a mistake of not changing the privacy settings of the Google form and people had issues accessing it, so do double check that it works fine for people who don't have a Google account, or use any other type of feedback form. Just double check in advance. On that note, beware that technical issues will happen. It's not your fault, but you can mitigate these by doing a tech checkup and making sure you know how to use the platform. After the workshop, it's pretty straightforward. Review and see what can be improved. You can obviously use the feedback forms that you send to your participants, but also just have an honest reflection with yourself to say what can be done better. The last thing you could do is follow up with relevant material, saying thank you for their participation and for their engagement. Appreciate them participating in your workshop and start that long-term relationship that will get people coming back for more. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. If you have any other tips on how to make a Zoom workshop successful, feel free to leave a comment down below so everyone else can see. Stay safe and take care. Bye.